Good evening. Welcome to What's New. We have our music tonight. Quentin's here with two of his students, and we have some other guests. And we will let Aris take over and introduce them.
Okay. First off, we're going to start off with music. Quentin, you want to introduce your two little students?
This is Simon Fritsch, and he's been playing for about a year, maybe a little bit over that now. And he's doing really well. So, and this is Jenna Clayton, and she's about the same, playing about a year. And they're really getting into trying new songs, so some of them might sound a little rough for you, but they're anxious to get new songs. They don't want to do the same thing over and over.
Makes sense.
But everybody has to do this song because it's called Boiling Cabbage. And I'm going to play along with them and let them show you what they can do on it.
Okay, and that's Judy over there.
When Judy, my significant other, by the way, she's playing an auto harp because everybody always asks her when we play someplace, they come up and say, "What's that you're playing?" And I'm playing my fiddle, and nobody ever says, "What are you playing?"
They're only interested in Judy's.
Yeah,
because it's different. Yeah.
So now you're going to be the leader, okay? Simon's going to be the leader, so he'll start out.
Guys.
All right. What do you want to do? You got your list. Amazing Grace, all right. Jenna's going to play Amazing Grace. Get to put a little louder on it. Wait a minute. I'm going to play guitar. So they'll hear you better. Okay, now.
Good job.
Good job.
Okay. Now Aiden's going to play Amazing Grace. Aiden, I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about Aiden. Simon's going to play Amazing Grace.
notes.
Simon's working on his vibrato, and that's the difference between fiddle players and fiddle players. We always talk about fiddle players that have a touch. When they have a touch that they can do a little vibrato and it's kind of amazing because they played the exact same song, probably note for note, but it's just different when somebody else is playing it.
Right.
He puts some stuff in it she doesn't, and she puts some things in it that he doesn't. So that's why it's called fiddle playing. Okay, it's your turn again. Boy, it comes around quick. You want to do your whistle? Not yet, okay. Ojo Clark. Oh, yeah. So, Jenna's going to do an old fiddle tune called Ojo Clark. Okay. And Simon's you're gonna notice some fiddle tunes have funny names. This is called the Flop-Eared Mule. And I don't know, it's been around for years and years and years. And I guess some guy, old fiddle player, had a mule, and he wrote the tune and probably thought, well, I'm gonna call that the Flop-Eared Mule. So that's what Simon's gonna play. Incidentally, that's a tune that a lot of fiddle players will play for square dancers.
Oh, for square dances?
Yeah, they have to pick out a tune that doesn't wear them out because sometimes the square dancers will dance for 20 minutes. It's always good to have two fiddle players, so if I play for a square dance, I'll have Simon play with me. All right, what do you have, Jenna? Jenna's gonna do the Brahms Lullaby, better known as the Cradle Song. Now, Simon's going to play Ojo Clark also, but he plays a different version to it. And there's nothing wrong with the way she played it, but you're going to see a different different version of it, and that's what we like about it. Always trying new things. Start over. All right. Let's do it one more time. All right. He's gonna do it over because he left out some of it that time. Down. So Simon played that with a little bit of a shuffle to his bowing, and some fiddle players will play it like she did, just straight notes, but some of them will put all kinds of shuffle stuff into it, and then it's not right or wrong, it's just a different way to play it. Now, what are you gonna do? Twinkle, twinkle? Real pretty, and start out da-da-doo. You D-chord. Okay, now we're gonna play it again. One more time. Better. Yeah.
That showed a difference there, Quentin, when you adjusted her strings.
Yeah, fiddles are, you never see them stop the tuning when you got an orchestra. The fiddle players, I guess, are different, but if it's out of tune, we just tune it up.
Yeah.
Okay, you're about 2 days late, but I'll say
Simon's gonna play Happy Birthday.
he's gonna play Happy Birthday.
And it was Quentin's birthday Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, was
And
it?
it
Well,
was his
happy
dad's
birthday,
Oh,
Mr.
his dad's
Quentin.
Oh,
yesterday?
really? Okay.
Everybody's gotta sing for him now.
Yep.
Yeah, let's play Happy Birthday, and then we'll sing it. All right? Well, I'll try to get it. All right. Thanks a lot. Okay, what do you have, Chad?
87. Quentin, 87.
You're gonna do Old McDonald, all right?
Play again, Jenna.
Play it again.
You guys are so brave. I would never sit there and do that. Quentin probably wouldn't want me for a student either.
You want to sing, we can play for you. The cradle song, okay. Very nice. What you got? Well, I think it's about time for your whistle. You gonna do it? She's been working on the Orange Blossom Special.
Oh, really?
And first thing you have to do is learn how to do a whistle. So she's got a little bit of it, and I want her to do it. Hmm? You're on part two, but you're not ready for part two yet. Okay, let's do a little bit of the whistle.
You knew he was gonna make you do this.
One finger. Remember? At the wheels. Way up. That's it. One more. That's the most requested song the fiddle players
Is it
play.
really?
Yeah, everybody wants to do the Orange Blossom Special. And she's catching up on the rest of it too. But it took Aiden a whole year to learn how to do it. You know, and he does a pretty good job on it.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he did,
Yeah.
very good.
But she's doing really well on the whistle.
Simon do that too?
Simon, he's kind of afraid of it right now, but
I don't
We'll
I'd
talk
be afraid of it too.
Yes.
we'll talk him into it. He's gonna, you wanna do How Great Thou Art? He's gonna do How Great Thou Art.
Oh, that'd be good.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Very nice.
Good job.
Now, you wanna try it too? Okay. She's gonna do How Great Thou Art. Very good. You got them? Okay, Simon's gonna do, you all can sing along to this one. You Are My Sunshine. All right.
For you too, Judy.
With a circle. What? I think so. We're about done here in our half hour. I think we're gonna close with a circle. We'll all do it together, and you're gonna sing part of it.
What are you gonna play?
Will the circle be
Oh,
unbroken?
Will the Circle.
Yeah.
That's good closing song. Yeah.
I'll have the kids play it a little bit and then, whoop. There it is,
There we go.
You guys wanna play it together? Yeah. You got your copy of it? Or you need it? Don't need it. Okay.
You don't need.
Let him play and then let her play. Let him play and then let her play.
Okay, you play it first and then she's gonna play it.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you very much for
Thank
coming.
you for
Thank you,
having us.
guys.
Thank you, young
And thank you, young people, for taking time out of your busy summer.
And keep it up, you're
Did
doing
good.
great.
Yes.
You're
Thank you.
really doing great.
At the Christmas show, you'll just be
You'll be just sipping
great.
along.
We'll be working on some Christmas songs pretty soon. Anyway,
We'll be looking forward to it.
yeah. In fact, I've had them doing Silent Night all summer, which is kind of odd, but that's one that they won't forget too easy.
And they'll know it by Christmas.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
there'll be
Well,
others.
thank you so much for bringing them, Quentin. And Judy, thanks for coming along.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Kids.
Okay, now we will have Heather. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell them what you're about and who you are and where you work and all that stuff?
I actually work for Remax Best Choice on the Missouri real estate team, but I'm partnered up with USA Cares. USA Cares is a nonprofit military organization that helps post 9/11 military members and their families in times of crisis. And we're bringing an event here to St. John on September the 9th at 5 o'clock, and it'll last till about 10 or 11 that evening. We're going to have a lot of stuff that day. We'll have luminaries lined up all throughout the park with the soldiers' names on them, the branch of service, and you can purchase those in advance for $10. You can go to honorglow.org and purchase those in advance. We also are doing a 5K that day, and it's going to run throughout the park. And that's $30, and you can purchase those in advance as well on honorglow.org. We'll have some stuff for the kids. We'll have a huge obstacle course for the kids to go through. We're going to have a bounce house. We'll have 2 food vendors there. We also will be having free beer at the event for those that are 21 and up. And it's just going to be a lot. There'll be soldiers, military vehicles as well there. So it'll kind of be a meet and greet with soldiers, and it should be a fun night.
Okay, could we have the date and times again?
Yeah, it's
Slower.
September the 9th.
Okay.
And it starts at 5 o'clock. It starts the opening ceremony. We'll have a guest speaker. Father Nemeth will be doing the opening prayer. And we also will have the American Legion will be there. The American Legion actually donated $1,000 to us, so they're planning on being a big part of the event as well. So, yeah.
I'm not silly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it starts at 5 sharp. It'll probably end around 10 or 11, sometime in between there. The police will be there. the fire department will be there and EMT will be there as well, just in case there's any problems throughout. So make sure all of our safety
Good.
bases are touched.
Sounds good.
So what got you interested in that?
So I have known about USA Cares for years now. I've had some experience with them. We actually, the Missouri Real Estate Team actually did, last year we did an Honor Glow up in Festus. So this is our first year doing it. It is our first year though, bringing it to St. Gen. And we're hoping that as long as it's a success this year, that we'll be continuing to do it in St. Genevieve. So we can utilize the park for something good, so.
So where did it actually start at?
So somewhere in Illinois, so the money that's raised stays with our local chapter, which we have many different branches in southern Illinois and in Missouri. So all the money raised will stay with Missouri and southern Illinois.
And what is that money used for?
For post 9/11 military members and their families in times of crisis. So, I mean, if they there's all different things that they can help with. There's not enough time for me to explain everything.
Yeah.
But for example, if they're having trouble with paying their bills, or if something's happened, maybe that they've got injured and they just can't make ends meet because they don't have the steady income that they're used to, and they can kind of help transition them into that. So, but the only thing is our bylaws do state that they have to be post 9/11. So it's not all veterans that we can help, but this event is for all veterans to honor them. So
To honor them, but
yes.
the money you take in are
Is
for
to
the
go to-
veterans since 9/11.
yeah, post 9/11, correct.
Okay.
So who actually started it? Was it an organization or a bunch of
I don't
people?
remember. There was a lady that started, I believe. I don't
Okay.
know what her name is. We have numerous branches all throughout, but like I said, our branch goes to Southern Illinois and Missouri.
Okay.
Oh, good
Yeah, we
design.
have them all throughout the United
That's great.
States.
Yep.
That's great.
So, yeah.
Congratulations.
our event.
Thank you.
So, yeah. Thank you.
Anything else?
I think that's all. Just save the date and hope you guys come out there. Even if you don't want to purchase luminaries, at least come out and walk the trail. It'll be all lit up that evening, and there will be stuff for you to do. So it doesn't cost to come to the event. If you wish to donate money, you can do that. And if you wish to honor one of your soldiers, you can do that in advance. The only thing that if you want it to be printed on a label and have their name printed on the luminaries, it has to be purchased in advance prior to like the first week of August. If it's purchased after, or probably, actually I think I put the cutoff date, it's August the 20th. So as long as I get it by August the 20th, I can ensure that they'll be printed on. If you purchase it after that, or you purchase it at the event, it's gonna be wrote on with a Sharpie.
Okay, and that's
I
at
can't.
honorglow.org.
Yes, honorglow.org. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming
Well,
out.
thank you for having me.
Great. And you work for REMAX, you said?
I do. I work for REMAX, Best Choice, it's up in Festus.
Up at Festus?
Yeah, but I live here in St. John, so that's why I brought it to St. John now.
Oh,
and
well, that's great,
we're gonna
yeah.
Hopefully continue to do it here, so.
Hope so.
We have
Thank you.
a nice park that I think that it'll work out great for us, so.
What park will this be in now?
This is at Pure Marquette.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, I think that's all I got for you guys.
okay, well, good luck. So they can purchase luminaries
Uh-huh.
by going to honorglow.org.
Yes,
$10 a piece.
$10 a piece, yes.
Okay.
And the same for the 5K. The 5K is $30, and they can purchase that on honorglow.org. If they purchase it in advance to August 20th, then they will be able to get a t-shirt with that 5K entry. If they purchase after, then we can't guarantee that there will be a t-shirt.
Okay,
So,
Understand.
yeah.
okay, well, thank you for
And
coming
free
on.
beer.
Oh,
So,
free beer.
if you don't like anything else, just come for
Come
the
for
free
the
beer.
free beer.
Yeah, there you go. So,
Thank you.
But you have to be 21,
Yes, you have to
guys.
be 21 to drink.
No, we're not 21.
21 and over.
Oh,
We're
no.
we're not
And
old
over.
enough.
Yeah. So, that's all I got for you, though.
Okay, well, thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for
Call us
having me.
again when you need to come.
Yes, if you.
Yeah, I think I got 2 more dates set up with you guys, so you guys will hear me again.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a good
You
evening.
too.
Okay, now we have Michael Devaney, and he's going to tell us all about the 10th anniversary of the Downtown Renewals Art Walk.
Is that what I'm here for?
I think so.
Oh, there's so much to
There.
tell. I think first of all, I think people need to know when it is, and that's Friday, coming up, the 27th, from 6 to 9 p.m. in the Historic District. The whole art walk is about 3 blocks, 2 blocks long going east and west, and 3 blocks going north and south. So it's about a 2 by 3 block area, and it looks like we have 17 or 18 venues on the map, which I'll show you in just a minute. And you can get more information by going to stgenartwalk.blogspot.com. So that would be STEGENART, easy so far, WALK, stgenartwalk.blogspot, that's BLOGSPOT.com. And on there will be all the information about the artists that are going to be here. And if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll get an interactive map that you can.
That's a neat map. I went
Yeah.
in there the other
Use.
night and looked at all of it, yeah.
So I don't know if we can get a
I think
picture
he's
of
trying to
that.
get a picture of it.
And I can tilt it so. Oh, that's pretty good there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move around then and pick up whatever your area you want to pick up.
So the way the map works, if you stay right there.
He's just enlarging the certain
okay.
areas, yeah.
So
he's-
if we stay right there and I go in and press one of these dots, then over here, it gives information about what the venue is and what's going on
it
there.
is, yeah.
So this is the Welcome Center, that one I just pressed, and it says guest artist Charles Drost. And there's also a gallery there devoted to Roscoe Misselhorn and and paintings from the art colony, the St. Genevieve Art Colony. So each one of these dots will give a description. I just clicked on another one. That's Modern Primitive. That's up on Washington Street near Maine. And folk art, contemporary art, and antiques in a unique old one-room schoolhouse.
And that is right up from Main Street in, just a little bit up the block.
Yep, so that's the northernmost venue, and the southernmost is the Welcome Center. So between the Welcome Center and Washington, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spaces just on Main Street between Washington and Market. So that's how to use the map. So that's at stgenartwalk.blogspot.com. And we're hoping that for future art walks, we'll just update this map
That'll be great.
and then keep
That's
everybody.
really neat. Did you set that up?
Yes,
Did
we
you?
used it before in art walks, and if you do it on your phone, then when you click on one of these, you also can get directions from where you are. So your phone, it's going to be easier on your phone because I'm not really,
Not on my phone.
but it'll give you from where you are, and you want to go to one of these, you click on the directions and it'll tell you how to walk there. So for people that aren't familiar with the town, visitors from outside, it'll help them get around.
Good.
So, and you can enlarge this and make it, smaller.
Yeah.
So it shows where you're near. For example, our featured artist is right here, and that's the Billy O'Donnell exhibit, and that'll be on Merchant Street, near the post office, and near Audubon. So it's at the Merchant Street Gallery, which is between Audubon's and the post office, on that side of the street. So Billy O'Donnell, we're lucky to have him. He loves St. Genevieve. He's coming down, and he's going to bring some paintings from the 114 paintings he made of from each county in Missouri. And his book is called Painting Missouri. He'll have some books. He'll have the painting he did of St. Genevieve, which is the Shaw House, and several other paintings from the book. And you'll be able to meet him and talk with him. that night. Next door to him, we're going to have Jim Wilson, who is familiar to every artist in St. Genevieve because he's been a teacher of all of us, and he actually was the first artist in the studio, in my studio, when Art Walk began in 2008. So he was really one of the first artists from out of town that came to St. Genevieve to show at the very first Art Walk. So we're glad to have him. And then if you go down to the Hayloft Gallery, which people may not be familiar with the Hayloft Gallery, but it's a space above Simple to Sassy at the corner of 3rd and Merchant Street. And so upstairs, there's a beautiful room. It was a gallery for several years, and it's been a speakeasy in
Yes.
recent months.
Yes.
And it's just a really nice room. And there's going to be a group show there of 5 artists from the region. We've got Craig Thomas, Jerry Walters, Diane Wilson. She's a local artist. She's doing a new piece for this show, and she'll be showing her process of 3-dimensional photographic art done with resins, and it's really beautiful. People really like her artwork. Larry Braun will be there with his photography, and Rick Bayers from Festus will be there with his paintings. And so that's a group show upstairs. One of the great things about this art walk too is a local artist that we have in town who's gotten a lot of recognition over the last 10 years, I would say, or more, Allie Kavanaugh. Her artwork has appeared on national magazine covers, and she's been invited to be in some very prestigious exhibitions for her figurative work and her watercolors. And her studio, which is upstairs of the old brick house, will be open that night. So you can go and talk with her about how she does her paintings, and she'll be glad to have you up there and visit with her.
I didn't even know there was space up there.
Yeah, it's a
There's
beautiful
been a lot of
space,
them.
actually.
Nice.
I saw it one time when I think there was some people that were doing Native American
Right.
artwork. They had a space up
Yeah,
there.
I think they lived and had their work there.
Did they?
I think so.
So it's been an art space before,
time. Mhm.
and it is, once again, I think Allie's had it a couple of years now. So, there's so many things going on. The Reinhardt and Reinhardt Gallery will be open with Charles Reinhardt, Levita, his wife, and Leon Bosler. The ASL Pewter will be open that night. They're pewter artisans and some beautiful things that they have in there. The St. Genevieve Art Guild is doing a group show, and they're featuring an artist named Michelle Spencer. And Michelle's from Festus, and I haven't seen her work, but I see she's been recognized over the last year or so and has been in several exhibitions, had a one-person show. So the Art Guild is happy to have her featured for their show, and all the artists of the Art Guild welcome you to the St. Genevieve Winery Tasting Room to see all of that artwork.
And they're giving away a painting that night too.
Oh, they're giving away a painting?
Yes, they've been registering for it at all the art walks. So
Oh,
this time
they're giving it away.
yes, they're gonna
So
draw a
some
name.
lucky winner will have a
Nice painting.
nice painting.
And does any of this cost anything?
This is a free event.
Good.
A free event. Some places provide you a refreshment while you're there. So some people may have music. It's just for the community to get out, enjoy the art. It's all free. Of course, we do not discourage you from purchasing a piece of artwork that you fall in love with. That's part of what it is. But mainly it's the artists getting to know the community getting to know the artists. It's a social event. I wore my shorts and t-shirt because you don't have to dress up. It's nothing fancy. Just get out, get your tennis shoes on, walk around, and walk in and out of some of these places that you might not go in regularly. So
Yeah. And
they're open
there's
from
a-
6 to 9 p.m.
There's a lot of other artists that aren't featured that have their art in galleries also.
Oh, yes. I've only touched on it. So I think we've covered everything on So Sweet Things is a sweet shop on Market
Oh,
Street.
yes, it is.
Yes,
Very
and they've
good.
got some great candy in there, which is art, candy art. But Joy French will be with her weaving, basket
Yeah, her
weaving,
seats
and her
things, the chair seats and things like that she does.
crocheting.
Crocheting too.
Yes, so she'll be showing her her wares there, and then we've talked about Merchant Street. Now this gallery down here at Market in Maine, the European Entitlements may not be open that night. Lawrence said that he's on his way back from an out-of-state trip, and may not make it to open for Art Walk, but if he is open, you'll find European goods in there, and also European pastels done by Juanita Wyman. So that's the artwork there. And then you have one of the very first studios that was in the Art Walk when we first started was Judy's Sex Hours, the Galleria St. Genevieve, and she'll be featuring her pottery artist, Carol Wishern. So stop in and say hi to Judy, congratulate her on 10 years of Art Walks, that she's been open for most of them, and she was there right at the beginning. So continuing up Main Street, Lucy Winery will be featuring the artwork of Brenda Thompson, and they're very excited. I was in and talked to them today. Across the street from there at the Inn St. Jean Beauvais, I'll be there with some paintings that I've done and some reproductions, so come in and say hi. Also meet Gary Scheel. Gary Scheel just finished a Civil War book on the Battle of Pilot Knob, and he, when I had the gallery over where Lucy Winery is now, he ordered a picture, and I painted him one, and he's put it on the cover. So he and I will sign any book that's purchased that night. So, and then moving up the street, we have Beanick Cafe. Beanick has art on the walls in there. Stop in, say hi, maybe get a refreshment, and then you can cross the street and go over to the, let's see here, the 109 North Main Gallery and Studio, which is artist Terry Cavins. You may know her as Dr. Cavins. She'll be there from 6 to 8 p.m. So get over there early, because I don't know if she's staying through till 9 o'clock, but she told me 6 to 8. And then right across the street from there is the Eclectics Gallery, and that's artist Jean Rissover, and she's going to have 100, the biggest exhibition of small paintings, or I forget how she put it, but she's going to have 100 paintings that are 10 by 10 or less. So go in there and look at her stuff, say hi to her, tell her you appreciate her artwork, and she was instrumental at the beginning of Art Walks by giving a lot of publicity to the event every month, and giving up space in the paper for that, and we really appreciate all of that. And then up the street from there are two venues owned by Sam Conlon, Only Child Originals on the east side of the street, and across the street on the west side is the space called Rust. And she has handcrafted yard art and ornaments and jewelry and in both of her shops. And Sam was also one of the studios that was there right at the beginning. So that's up towards Washington on North Main. And then right around the corner is the one we talked about earlier, Modern Primitive. So I think I've covered all the spaces that will be open and available for this Art Walk. So put on your tennis shoes. It's supposed to be a high of 82 on Friday, so by the evening it'll be even cooler than that, so it should be beautiful weather to get out and stroll around, look at artwork, have a refreshment.
Sounds good.
And the artists involved are invited to be at the Audubon's between 4 and 6, 4 p.m. and 6, and meet Billy O, have a drink before the art walk, and meet the artist. And he's going to have dinner, but he said, come on in. He'd love to meet the artists that are involved and the gallery owners and so forth. And sometimes that's the only time a gallery owner can be available, is before an art walk or after an art walk. And speaking of after an art walk, there's an after hours, after art walk celebration upstairs at the Hayloft Gallery, where James Wooldridge, who was a former president of the Art Guild, he's a musician as well, and he will be, his three-piece band will be up there playing. In fact, they're up there now rehearsing. So that's from till about 11 o'clock, from after art walk ending till about 11.
Sounds fun. You know, I've never been to an art walk.
You
You've never
haven't.
been to an art? Well, this is a good one to get started on.
Yes,
Like
this will
7,
be a
8
really
years
good
now.
one, yeah. Yeah, but you've been here almost all the whole time, huh?
Just a couple, 3 years shy of the beginning.
And her daughter is Lisa
Lisa.
Palmer,
Oh, okay.
and she's at Sam's.
At the Rust.
Right.
At Rust, okay.
Yeah,
She does the
quilling.
quilling, it's called.
Fiber,
Quilling.
Paper
fiber.
art.
She calls it twirl.
Oh, no, it's
Get-
quilling.
No,
Oh,
she calls it, she's got a name, get your twirl on or something like
Yeah,
that.
she gets her twirl on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. She, yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's some things I've missed, and you'll be able to find them by just going in and exploring some of these places. I haven't spent a lot of time in half of the ones. In fact, people would say 3 hours isn't enough to see everything.
Yeah.
Well, come back next month
All right,
and take up where you left off.
right.
Well, I'm going to have to put myself out and make sure I go this year.
Yes, you will. And my art and Anna Kirshner's is at Judy's Gallery also.
Okay, Iris
But we're
Vincent.
not her featured artist.
No.
Iris
Carol
Vincent, Anna
is.
Kirshner, and
And,
Juanita Wyman is in there,
Yes,
maybe.
and Leon Bosler.
Leon
got some in
Bosler.
there. There's quite a bit in there.
And some pottery from different artists.
Right.
and-
I've been watching Jean build her paintings up, the small paintings.
Yeah.
She's been
Yeah,
painting.
so there's a lot of artwork in St. John.
It's time to start Christmas shopping, isn't it?
Mhm. And
It's-
the
it's those
little
unique special
miniature ones
things.
are not very
Oh, yeah.
expensive.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's so lovely.
Yep.
So you need to get out and about.
So,
Yes,
and then Saturday, we continue the celebration at 5 o'clock. It's been opened up to the public. At 5 o'clock at the Shaw House, birthday party. So come down and celebrate with the gallery owners, the artists, and anybody who's interested and has been supporting the art walks all these years is welcome to attend. And whoever's there, we're going to be mentioning some names and honoring some people that have helped the art walk go from where it started to where it is today. So
It's grown.
It has.
it's exciting.
So as Mary Ann said, there's always something to do in St. John.
Oh, yes. I talked to a friend today from where I used to live. She said, you keeping busy? I said, oh, shut up. I said, I've never been so busy in my whole life. Till I moved over here, so,
Yep, it's a great
Volunteer,
town, beautiful town.
volunteer.
yeah, I'm quite a volunteer. Okay, yes, it
So-
is.
Anything else?
Probably, but I can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay. So the art walk is this Friday from 6 to 9.
6 to 9.
A lot
and
of them are open a little bit earlier than that also.
Some are open,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a Friday, it's a business day.
Right.
Probably won't even
So-
Got a
close,
lot
they'll
of
just-
stores that are open
So
to
if you're
shop
going to
in.
the music series,
Oh,
you can
right,
go
that's going on,
before
too.
the art, before then, you can see the art walk.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's a tribute to the Eagles. That's another
Right.
art,
I think that's the last one of the year,
That's the
too.
last one of the year, right?
that's musical arts, but that's been going on
Mm-hmm.
for 10 years too.
Right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, It's great.
It is. Our town has really got a lot to do.
Oh, yes.
If people just get out and do it.
Yes, ma'am.
You hear that, Miss Jean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so also, I don't think it's that night. It is the 18th, which is, that's past. So the next racing schedule up at the park, they do the lawnmower and the special racing. And that next one will be the
August,
17th of September.
What's this one?
Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong month here. Okay, August 4th is the carts.
Yeah, kart races.
And these all start at 6:30. So there's one on the 4th. How did I jump to September?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just did it.
I just looking at that.
Okay, August 4th, up at the park. They do it at the, down below the horse track. They used to do it there, but they've moved it down to the demo track where they have
Okay.
it. So that's always exciting. It's always crowded and always noisy. And then on the 18th of August, there's a regular race. So we'll be back on before both of those. Nope, before one of those. So the 4th, right down. We'll be back on the 8th. That night, we'll have Laurie Fowler. She's from out at Bloomsdale at the parish out there, St. Agnes. And they've got a lot going on every year in August on the last Saturday of August. So that'll be the 25th of August. They have a summer bash, so they do all kind of activities. And right now they're selling tickets too for a lot of different prizes. So, okay, anybody got anything? HonorGlow.org for the Honor Glow in the park for the veterans. And the Art Walk Friday, the 27th, and that's in downtown St. John.
What
And
time's the
then
Honor Glow?
The Honor Glow is 5
5 o'clock.
on September the 9th.
It's a 7, right?
Yeah,
I got the 10th.
that's a long way off yet.
I put September 10th. You got September 9th?
I thought that's what she said. She'll be back. She'll straighten us out.
We need it.
Sometimes. And anyway, I guess that's all we have for tonight, so
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
thank you
Bringing
for
all that
coming,
information.
and
Makes it
Thanks,
very
Mike.
interesting.
thank you everybody out there for tuning in.
There's
And
somebody call us once in a while with a question.
Pat's not here anymore. She called us every night, every time we
Yeah,
were
well,
on.
there are other people out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, there's other people out there. Call us. I know some of you that watch. You can call and say hi. Yeah, so-
Okay.
Okay, we will see you on August the 8th, right?
Right. August 8th.
August 8th at 7 o'clock. Live from the Alderman Room, I guess is what we call ourselves, right?
Genevieve.
Yes. And also, this is available too if you want to watch a rerun of any of the shows. It's on stjentv.com. And you can also go to YouTube, St. Gen TV, and pick it up there. So there's lots of places. And then it's on 991 at 1 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then on Wednesday at 7 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. So there's lots of opportunities to watch us.
Oh, Come on around and take a look.
Yeah, and we also have our own heading now on St. Gen TV.
Oh, my.
We have What's New up there. It used to be on the pull down, but we made it to the top. So anyway. Yeah, after almost 8 years.
Thank you all for watching.
Okay, thanks for watching, and we will see you on the 7th, or you'll see us on the 7th. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
7.
8th, sorry. See you on the day off.
Okay, Charlie, we're done.
Bye, Charlie. We're finished.